Hello and welcome. My name is Amulya and you are watching Ease Coding. In this video, I'm going to show you how to download and install Android Studio on Microsoft operating system. This is my Microsoft Windows 10. I've got 8 GB RAM and AMD's processor. You can see this is AMD FX and it has inbuilt graphics as well. So that's my system configuration. Now the minimum requirement for this Android Studio is you need to have 64-bit Windows 8 and 10, AMD CPU support for Windows Hypervisor, 8 GB of RAM or more. That's recommended. Okay, on Linux it's the same. So, and this is screen resolution, so this is what you need to have. This is requirement. Okay, so this is requirement for Microsoft operating system, 8 GB RAM, Windows 8 and above. It's not going to be available on 7. You might have to look for old releases and follow the instruction. So once you are here, the other requirement is you need to have JDK, Java JDK runtime and compiler both installed on your system. So before we go ahead and install Android Studio on Windows 10, we need to make sure that we have Java installed on the system, Java runtime and Java compiler. So you can see I've got Java compiler, 11, and then Java, which is the runtime, the same thing, 11. Okay, so what I do, because manual installation of Java is sometimes it's very hectic. Okay, it requires you to set it to the system's path and then home location and all that. So what I do, I use a package manager on Microsoft operating system, which is Chocolatey, and this helps me install packages like Java in just one command using CMD or PowerShell. So how do you install it? It's very simple. Go ahead and launch your browser and go to this chocolatey.org/install and then launch your PowerShell with the administrator, right? Okay, and the first step is go ahead and check this execution policy. I assume that you have already launched your PowerShell. If you haven't, you simply pause the video and launch it and then follow along. Now I'm going to check whether it's returning all signed or restricted. So on my system, it's going to return all signed. If on your system it is returns restricted, then you need to set the execution policy to all signed by running this command. So go ahead and copy this one and run it like this with administrator, right? Now it's going to ask for your permission. So simply type A. That clearly means yes to everything, like all, and then hit enter. On my system, it's already set to all signed, but what you need to do, once it completes the setting of execution policy, you again want to go ahead and check what it's returning. So once it starts returning all signed, then you can go ahead and simply install Chocolatey by running this command to install Chocolatey. So go ahead and copy by clicking this button here. Again, launch your PowerShell with the administrator, right? Paste that code here from, hit enter, and this is going to ask for your permission like previously, and then hit A and hit enter. It will start the installation and complete in just few seconds. On my system, it's already installed, so I can go ahead and relaunch PowerShell with admin right or command prompt to install any packages. Okay, so I'll go ahead and relaunch it. You can see it's running I'm not running it like with admin right. I'll quickly show you how you can install it. So you'll simply say choco list JDK, and this is going to look for all the JDK available, and it's going to give you the number of packages that it finds. So it has found like 55 packages that include Java or JDK in some way. So we are looking for absolute JDK, so that these days JDK come with runtime and compiler. So you can install 8 or 11. These are the latest available here. You can also go ahead and try this 16, which is download cached from licensed users. So this is not for any user like me and you. This is for paid members, okay, users or subscribers. For us, we have 8 and 11, which is good enough for us, okay. And we simply go ahead and run Choco install and the name of the package, which is JDK 11 or 8 or this or this. So anything that you want to install. So I'll simply go ahead and say, so I must run this command prompt with admin right to display it. Otherwise, I already have installed it on my system. And what it will do everything for me. It will set the JDK and like compiler and runtime to the system's path, and also create home. So what I'm talking about this. So when you install JDK, it creates lots of things. So here we go, Java home. You see, we don't have to create this manually. We don't have to add Java and oops, where is the, oh, I need to edit it. So I don't need to manually add this to like JDK to the system's path. It will be done automatically. So that's how I do. So I simply go ahead and say Choco install. I can also say info JDK 11 to know a little more about this package, and then I can simply run JDK install, sorry, Choco install JDK 11, and it's going to say that I already have installed it. It will ask for a permission again, so simply go ahead and type A, hit enter, and it will take some time. Okay, so it's going to download and then install, because on my system it's already installed. So you will see it will say already installed or failed or something like that. So on my system that's the error, but on your system it should be all right. It will go ahead and download it and install it on your system. So this is how you go ahead and install it, and then once it gives you the sign that it has installed and set to the system's path, you can simply go ahead and relaunch your command prompt like normal with the current user, and type Java version, and you can also say Java C. You can also say Java shell, and this will launch the Java shell for you. So you see, you got everything. Java runtime, which is Java runtime, and then you also have Java compiler. So okay, I assume that you already have installed Java runtime and compiler and set it to the system's path, and it's working completely fine. So now we will go ahead and download this Android Studio, which is 4.2.1 at the moment, and it's going to be 64-bit operating system. You can go ahead for 64-bit operating systems and processors. So you can see my system type is basically 64-bit. You can simply press Windows key and pause break button on the right top of the keyboard. So Windows key somewhere at the bottom, and the pause break on the right tab above the numeric keys. If you press both keys together, you will get this information. Okay. All right. So this is for 64-bit operating system. Go ahead and download it from here. So click this link, scroll down, and just check this box and start download. I already have downloaded it, so I'm not going to initiate the download. So I'll simply go ahead and exit, and you will see I have this 4.2 in my downloads folder here. So this is what I need. Okay, this is 4.1.00, and this is the old one. Oh no, this is what I need. I need to just remove this one. So this is what I need, which is 4.2.0.0, and this is 933. So that's the file package I need. And now I simply go ahead and double click on this exe file, and this will start the installation in just a moment. And here we go. So you will get a UAC window. You simply say yes. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to say yes, and now I can simply close it. And now you simply say next, virtual device, Android virtual device. So make sure it's checked. Go ahead and say next. If you want to make some changes, I won't suggest it, but you can do if you know what you're doing. Go ahead and say install now, and this is going to take just a minute or so. It will just extract all the packages to the respective folder, and the installation will be done. And once it's done, I'll quickly go ahead and show you how you can create your emulator if you haven't, or if you don't know, and launch your application. So it's very simple, but the process is kind of it's a heavy process. It's going to take some time. I don't have 16 GB or 24 GB of RAM. I just have 8 GB of RAM, so it may take a bit longer. So here we go. It's almost done here. You can click this show details. You can see what exactly it's doing if you're just curious. Also, you can install multiple JDKs like 8.1, which is most compatible Java JDK on your system. So you can go ahead and install 11, 8, and 13, 16, whatever you want. The process is going to be the same. And you can see the setup was completed successfully. I can say next, and it's done. So I'm going to start Android Studio, and you can see it here in just a moment. And here is the Android Studio powered by IntelliJ platform. So this is the most latest Android Studio at the moment, and it's migrating file plugins. Okay, because it's just trying to give me the best experience that I had on previous Android Studio on my system. So they have some data stored on my system, maybe in my user's profile, and this is where it's getting all the data from. So you can see, okay, so it's saying that I need to update this Kotlin plugin. So I'm just going to update it, and then I need to restart. Go ahead and relaunch it. And here we have Android Studio coming up. So here it is. I'm going to put it on my taskbar. Okay, guys. It's a long process, so you'll have to be patient with the installation process. You can see it here. So it also installed the Flutter plugins that I previously had installed on my previous Android Studio, and so it's just trying to, you can see at the bottom here, it's just trying to update everything. Okay, so all the plugins it has on this Android Studio, it's going to sync everything basically to make sure that Android Studio is going to work for everything that I previously had on this system. And we are done. It's just trying to load if I have anything. So I need to create a emulator. So what I can do, I can go to tools, AVD manager, create a virtual device. And I'm going to say phone. It is also going to select it. It's a Pixel 2, which is just fine, lighter. I'm going to say next. It's going to be Pi 28. Say next. I want to keep it in portrait mode. If you want to rename your app name, so I'm simply going to say Pixel 2, which is just fine. And then I'm going to say finish. And here we have, you can launch it from here by just pressing this play button, or if you want to reconfigure it, you can definitely do. And here we have our Pixel 2 Android, and I'm going to close this, and this is going to launch for the first time. And once it's ready, it should be available here. It's already selected here, so unless it's here selected, you cannot run this app in here. Emulator. So here we go. Alright guys, so now let's see if it's available. It's not available. I'm just going to refresh it. Because I'm using this Flutter plugin, it's giving me option to select from. Okay, so it's available now. I can go ahead and select it. It will take some time initially, and it's still saying no device selected. So you see this Chrome and Edge, because I'm using this Flutter plugin, Flutter. This is why it's giving me option to open this app in the web. I'm again going to select this Emulator Pixel 2, and let's see what it's already selected. You can see here. So yeah, I can go ahead and run it now. So you can see this is how you install Java JDK with Chocolatey. You can do it manually if you know. I may have video on my channel. You can go ahead and check it. And then download Android Studio, install it, and then create the Android emulator. Similarly, if you're doing it on Mac, you can create iPhone emulator. So yeah, it's going to run the Gradle. So here we are. This application is being launched on this emulator. In just a moment, you can see it here. So this is a simple Flutter application, and here we have. Yep. So it's working, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question regarding this, you can simply go ahead and leave your comment below in the comment area, and I will try to answer it. Thanks again. Bye for now.